Hello everyone! Welcome to my Young and the Restless official channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless suggest that Mariah Copeland might be arrested following the revelation of her deadly secret. When the truth is out, will Mariah have to serve time in prison? Many Y&R fans began to believe Mariah strangled the stranger she met on her work trip after a flashback showed her sobbing while holding a pillow. Mariah had reportedly been hiding a murder for a long time because the July 8th episode proved that she did, in fact, suffocate the man. Holding the pillow over his face and smothering him has left Mariah with some terrible memories. Mariah wouldn't murder a man without a valid reason, of course. Mariah appears to have lost all of her Ian Ward problems, possibly as a result of an Ian hallucination or a moment when she was triggered by anything spoken by this stranger. Mariah was intoxicated as well, which undoubtedly added to her perplexity and given her the liquid bravery to act in this way. Mariah sincerely regrets her terrible error, but the misery of it all cannot be undone at this time. So far, Mariah has been able to keep the secret hidden, but what will happen when it eventually comes to light? Because of what she did, Mariah is probably going to be arrested and placed in a jail cell. Maybe Mariah could phone the police and give a complete confession since she's feeling so guilty and regretful. Mariah may ultimately see it as the only viable option. In either event, if Mariah is found guilty of murder, she may face severe jail time. Tessa Porter's wife and Aria Porter Copeland's other mother end up spending years in prison, you can bet she will go crazy. That would give Tessa even more justification to rely on Daniel Romalotti Jr. for assistance. When Sharon Newman learns of Mariah's terrible secret, she will also be devastated, but she might not give up on saving her daughter. Sharon might try to get Mariah to reconsider her plea of guilty. Maybe Michael Baldwin could use a temporary insanity defense or some other legal tactic to get Mariah off the hook. Keep an eye out for any updates regarding an impending trial because, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Mariah might have some arrest drama ahead of her, regardless of how everything turns out. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks, July 14th to July 25th, reveal that Audra Charles and Kyle Abbott may keep a horrible secret while Kane Ashby makes a plea to Lily Winters and the Damian Kane case heats up. As the drama intensifies in Nice during the week of July 14th to 18th, Damian's assassination will take center stage. Phyllis Summers will find Kane holding Damian's bloody body after the stabber strikes, so she'll have to decide what to believe. Of course, it may not matter how Phyllis feels about the situation since she's pledged her loyalty. Phyllis may stick to that promise and help Kane try to beat the accusations that are headed his way. Kane seems poised to become the prime suspect in this case, but he'll rush to his own defense, and Amanda Sinclair should step up to help with that as his lawyer. As for Lily Winters, she may not know what to believe when it comes to Kane and what he's capable of these days. Lily won't want to think Kane could take Damian out like this, but she may still offer up some info that makes him look bad. Since Lily will tell Kane she's a couple with Damian shortly before this murder plays out, that's something she may feel the need to disclose that to Chance Chancellor as he investigates. Devin Winters will make some connections and presumably hold Kane responsible for this, but Kane will stand by his innocence. After Nick makes a stunning discovery, he may become even more concerned about Phyllis's alliance with Kane and the trouble he could drag her into. According to Y&R spoilers, Sharon Newman will eventually be of use to Nick and step up, so keep an eye out for news about any plans they might have. Audra is about to lose control of her own plan, which brings us back to plans. Although Audra has been flirting hard with Kyle, she's always been adamant that she wouldn't let true passion erupt with him. However, Audra and Kyle seem poised to finally surrender to temptation since they'll both cross over into territory that takes them too far. Billy Abbott will then be forced to confront a harsh reality by Jack Abbott. A tough lesson is coming up for Billy, so Jack may pull his Abbott Communications investment and potentially make a power play to yank the company away. The week of July 21st to 25th will bring some backlash for Jack, who's sure to deal with Billy's wrath and perhaps Sally Spectra's too. If cell service is finally restored, Kyle may finally be able to contact Claire Newman and hear that Cole Howard didn't make it. That is the kind of thing that might make Kyle feel even more guilty about allowing his passion for Audra to break out. Audra will also worry about how the deadly Damian news is going to affect Nate Hastings and Amy Lewis. The last thing Audra would want to do is make things worse at a time like this. Plus, Audra genuinely cares about Nate and wants to keep their future intact, so she might reach an agreement with Kyle to keep their forbidden passion under wraps. Victor Newman has been trying to get Audra to hurt Claire, but even he might reconsider the idea, at least temporarily, while Claire is still grieving Cole's death. The Damian investigation will continue as well, so Kane may corner Lily and beg her to believe he's an innocent man. This could be the start of Lily and Kane reconnecting if she decides he's telling the truth. Carter turns out to be the real killer in the end. It will be interesting to see. Carter would do anything to make his boss happy, which might mean stabbing Damian to end his relationship with Lily. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some shockers are still to come on the CBS soap, so stick with us for more details on all the fatal drama in France. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Monday, July 14, 2025. In the next episode, fans can expect Amanda Sinclair to strike a deal. Want more of The Young and the Restless? Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. Kane Ashby confronts Damian Kane about Lily Winters. Plus, Phyllis Summers gets in a dangerous predicament. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Kane Ashby's confrontation. Let's start off with Kane and Damian. It is stated that Kane will confront Damian about Lily. Fans know that Damian has been quite understanding with Lily's complicated feelings, especially since realizing Aristotle Dumas is Kane. However, I'm starting to wonder if he's a bit too understanding. Maybe Kane is right to be concerned about the two getting closer. Damian Kane drugged in any case. Kane takes Damian to a bench outside and hands him a drink. Damian asks if it is poisoned. Read more. Find out what happened on the last episode of YNR with an entirely too straight face and serious tone. Kane says he's drinking the same stuff. Then, Damian passes out while someone watches from afar. Phyllis Summers' danger. It is teased that Nick Newman might be the one who sees Kane drugging Damian. Phyllis is shown confronting Nick in a preview clip. Even though Nick claims he's fine, Phyllis can tell that he saw something he shouldn't have. Then, the redhead demands to know what Nick saw. It is stated that Phyllis will end up in a dangerous situation. Maybe Nick rushes off and Kane looks up to see Phyllis standing there? She didn't seem to see anything, but good luck convincing Kane of that. In the next episode, Amanda will strike a deal. It seems Amanda is keeping a lot of secrets, but what is she getting out of this whole situation? It's really not like Amanda to help anyone immoral or a criminal. So, maybe she knows more about Kane's endgame than everyone realizes. Kane truly is trying to protect Lily, then Amanda's secrecy makes sense. However, I wonder if Amanda's deal could be with someone else. There are cameras seemingly everywhere. However, Amanda would know where the cameras don't point. Perhaps she ends up making a secret deal with Phyllis? There is also Claire Grace Newman, who will lean on Holden Novak. However, Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson are already suspicious, so stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, July 14, 2025? Write down your thoughts in the box below. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Kyle Abbott is pretty close to falling for Audra Charles's seduction. With that said, his gal pal good girl Claire Newman is going through a rough patch with losing her dad Cole Howard unexpectedly, and not having a support system around, as Kyle along with her grandparents and uncle are in Nice. Holden Novak is one person who has been there for Claire. Could these two cross a line? Soapy plot twist fans are expecting Kyle and Audra to cross a line. After all, the flirting between them since they hit France has been off the charts. Plus, Audra has a mission to seduce Kyle and make him look like a bad boyfriend so that she can get her cosmetics company off the ground. Victor Newman made a deal with Audra that if she could break up Kyle and Claire, she'd be guaranteed funding for her venture. As there are so many forces pulling Audra and Kyle together, not to mention their past and the attraction they share, it seems only plausible that Kyle would be the one to cheat on Claire and destroy their relationship. With that said, this is the land of soaps, where fans should always expect the unexpected. Claire Newman crosses a line. The Friday, July 11th episode ended with Kyle and Audra slipping into her train car to celebrate a major win, so it wouldn't be shocking if the two could get hot and heavy. But will Kyle stop before anything gets out of hand? Meanwhile, over in GC, a distraught Claire continues to lean on Holden, who is pumping up the charm. Could she find herself succumbing to temptation? No one, absolutely no one, would expect Claire to cheat on Kyle, especially considering that her connection to Holden is new and that she has only been with Kyle. So, will she shock the YNR fan base by crossing a line with Holden before Kyle crosses one with Audra? Do you think Claire and Holden would make a cute couple? Share your thoughts in the comment section. For all the drama, watch the new CBS soap on a regular basis. For the latest Young and the Restless news, updates, and spoilers, visit this website frequently.